One of the reasons that gas prices matter politically is the simple fact that most Americans just drive past it on a day-to-day basis. You drive one day, you see the price go up, you do it every single day for a month, you pull in, you see a bill higher, then you just say, what the hell's going on in this country? It's a relatively inelastic product. Most of us need it on a regular basis. It's very difficult to adjust to when you see even massive increases in price. But gas, it's not the only product that's doing that. So is the grocery store. And while we focus a lot on the grocery store bills in the aggregate, let's zoom in on something that a lot of you have taken notice of. Eggs. Eggs are interesting. Most Americans buy them on a weekly basis. In fact, the average American consumes nearly 300 eggs per year. And actually, the amount of eggs that we eat has significantly gone up in the last few years to the highest level in over 50 years. Eggs are and have always been an important part of the American diet, from its inclusion in baked goods to the quintessential breakfast, which is why the price increase over the last few years or so has been so devastating to a lot of households, and shocking. As you can see in the chart before you, before the pandemic, eggs were roughly the same price as the 1980s. There was minor price movement in 2015, but by and large, it was like a reliable, stable product. Relative productivity increases in the egg industry actually kept the price down over time. It's part of why Americans could be so reliant on eggs as a cheap way to feed their families. That is, of course, until 2022 and now 2023. As the chart shows, the national retail price of eggs is over $4 a dozen, when just a year ago it was $1.79. What accounts for a 200% increase in the price of eggs? Well, if you ask the egg industry, they will tell you bird flu. Seems simple though, right? A historic bird flu outbreak that is killing hens means less supply while demand is high, hence the price. But is that everything that's going on? If you read deeper, it doesn't really appear to be the case. While bird flu is definitely bad, the total flock size of egg layers across the country has actually only gone down by 4 to 5%. A 4 to 5% reduction in the number of hens laying eggs does not even come close to explaining that price increase. In fact, the largest U.S. producer of eggs, Cal-Maine Foods, is the perfect illustration. Last month, it reported its overall sale dollar volume rose to nearly $1 billion over the last quarter, helping it generate $198 million in profit. So how much profit did they make the year before? Well, it was $1 million. So are you starting to get the picture? You have a 200% increase in the price, and then you have a 200% increase in profit. Interesting, but it's bird flu. That's the largest egg producer, though, to be fair. It hasn't been so easy for egg producers in the last year or so. The Russian invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent sanctions on the Russian economy have actually pushed grain prices to sky-high levels, leading to an immense increase in the cost for egg producers to feed their hens. When you add on top the immense amount of petroleum product needed for transportation, farm equipment, natural gas, and all of that redirected into refrigeration, and you get the result of what we have right now. Really bad news is that while prices appear to be receding from their December high, that's peak egg demand during the holidays, the price effect is actually still being felt heartily at the grocery store. Worse, we are beginning to see the same thing that we did with gas at $5 a gallon. When gas got to the highest point in modern history, people just started driving a lot less, not because they wanted to, but because they had to. They stopped going out to eat, reduced their lifestyle, they were just more miserable, reduced their savings. Same thing's happening right now with eggs. Putting aside the 1990s idiotic thinking about cholesterol, eggs are actually very good for you. They're relatively fresh, natural, and a complete protein. Filling, there's a reason that a lot of people eat them for breakfast. But as egg prices increase and people adjust, they're naturally going to reduce their consumption of food in favor of what is cheap. What's cheap? You already know. Processed, fast food. Anything instant. It's probably processed as hell, designed to be hyper-palatable, more likely to be less nutritious. What says cheap in bad times versus what gets expensive actually tells you a lot about society and what it's designed for. The simple truth appears to be we are designed to make sure the lowest common denominator of price is the least nutritious. Thus, the poorest and most vulnerable amongst us are pushed to processed food. At the outbreak of COVID, I actually had a lot of hope. Come together as we did in previous national crises. Wake up to our lack of resilience. The fact that we don't make anything here anymore. Our hyper-concentrated economy designed for just-in-time and not for the flourishing of our people. But we didn't wake up to any of that. We didn't get good leadership under Trump or Biden. We're just left to fend for ourselves. That's why people are so angry right now. They're not stupid. They know what's going on is not right. It's just that nobody is looking to actually do anything about it. It's really frustrating. That's the interesting thing about eggs. I love that statistic where they're like, yeah.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.